God damn it. Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. Hi there. Right as I started the stream, Caper cracked me up a bit. Okay. There are just these certain things where you don't expect someone to say something, and that's what makes it funny. Anyway! Work! That's what I need to do. Right. Hi, the Silver. Hi. Hi and welcome. Hi and welcome. Right. So. So here's the thing. Today main work will actually be website work, I imagine. And that's simply due to the fact that there's a pretty significant backlog of things that need to happen there, which haven't happened. So, and considering how it's very boring, low risk kind of work, I think I can go for it. Okay. Have I turned off all the tabs with sensitive data? Almost. Now I have. Beautiful. So now I can share my screen. Would you look at that? Professional. The database in my local environment isn't working, which honestly, all the better. That means at least I can't fuck that one up. All the better. Okay. However, the website itself is running, because why wouldn't it? Which means we can do it. So first things first, I would like to explain... I just realized maybe database access would be convenient. Well, too late happens. About. This about section I would like to remake a bit, because it's a bit of a mess. And I'm not certain if I entirely enjoy it. For example, the difficulties aren't communicated quite as well. The proficiency levels are pretty good. And they do work, correct? Oh, and the solution as well. Beautiful. All right. Okay. I really hope we won't have the same issue this stream as I tend to have nowadays, where I just can't focus on the task I have on hand on stream. It's fine. I just need some music to focus. And then I'll be able to get it going. Alright. What do we start with? Let's actually note down all the things that I need to do on the website today. Just the website work. We won't focus on the video quite yet, because that would be too much. Random name picker, because, you know, if I also add in other things that need to be done today, the wheel will be too bloated. So for now, let's just do only website work things, which are as follows. Explanation of the qualifications. Somewhere it needs to happen. It's not there. On the other hand, Factorio. No. I also have a deadline, don't I? Because I have like 5 hours to do all of this. Okay. Main page. My goodness, we are missing a good main page. I need to make a really good main page. That's gonna be a tricky one. Hi there, Ronnie. Hi, welcome. After this, what do we also have from the main page? Oh yeah, join the charity page for anyone who would like to join in. This one will be honestly shockingly tricky, and then there's so many more things, but I need to triage this. I won't do it in time if I go for every little thing. So for now, let's do this. And I would actually like to start the main page, I think. I think it's the most important. And so here's how we're going to tackle it. We're going to woke up a minute ago at 6. I woke up a couple of hours ago and I haven't done anything, which is horrendous. Rip wheel. I don't think I can afford the randomness for now. Here's my idea for the main page. I would like it to be divided into sections about what we do. I want to get rid of this wheel. Back when Caper made this, it was wonderful. It was lovely, it was great. But we have grown so much since then. So I think instead we should divide it into sections, where each section explains a different aspect of what we do. So mainly right now, that would be a library, SCPs, we have a lot of upcoming things, but I guess I can label the upcoming. If I can label the upcoming, then that will make this a fair bit easier, because then we can also chuck in the physics lessons. Do a section on them. The Make It Community channel, yeah. Oh, by the way, I did set up the Make It Community channel. I did. Make It Community exists now. Don't worry why this channel has been created 2 years ago, alright? That's not important. Alright, that doesn't matter. That's not important. Not important. That's simply because I had some foresight. And now this is what this look at this. This is so much. So much. Alright, great. In fact, I'm pretty certain the Make It community might be older than my main channel by now. Is it? Make it happen, I think, right? Is that my handle? No, it isn't. My main channel is a year older than the Make It community. Okay, great. Nice and 2.0, yeah. And I mean, Silver, you better pay attention to it, because you're gonna be there tomorrow. Right? I had to set it up because there's a 24-hour limit where you need to request the permission to stream from YouTube, and you need to do it 24 hours before you can actually stream, which I did yesterday. Specifically that, yeah, exactly. It's gonna be first one there, so you know, pretty important. Hi there, B. Hi, welcome. Okay, I think that's a good idea. So here's how we're gonna tackle this. Go to the main. We're going to go to the main. Home. Alright. Oh dear lord, that's a lot of backend for just the home. Ah, I know why there's so much backend for the home. That is a bit annoying. Oh, that does make it really annoying, but it's fine, we can work on exclusively the front end. We need to work on exclusively the front end, in fact. If we don't work on exclusively the front end, it's too risky. Give me a second. There's another piece of code I need to review on the screen. Just change the keyboard. It's too noisy. You won't believe it. I already have changed it in the past. I used to use a mechanical keyboard, and I got this one specifically because it's more quiet. I just have a really powerful mic. Okay, we're keeping the Imagine 2 Onions Heck Imagine 3. This one I refuse to change. Oh, one of the things I want to introduce on the website actually is that there will be a 1 in 100 chance, for example, to just see a different version of a message, because that would be hilarious. Would be also really dangerous if I ever show the site someone else. So we know normal slogan would be different, but then we'd have 1 in 100 to just be Imagine 2 Onions, Heck Imagine 3. And then I'm showing you some kind of serious professor and they get freaked out why this is so dumb. To which I really quickly refresh the page and gaslight them into thinking that they've never seen it. The plan is there. Alright, donation section. I think this is the one we need to do away with. First things first, let me make sure that the Git isn't messed up. So let's do all that matters shouldn't be necessary, or more specifically comic ttf pt comic ci and comic z. These are not necessary. Another that's not necessary. Oh, do I need to? Syntax for git ignore is so weird. What do you mean doesn't start with it? This, I'm maybe just an old man yelling at the cloud, but okay. We want the Google generator and all of these to stay, I imagine, because they are just useful for generating new fields on the website. What next? Is it cleaned up? Git ignore, yeah, requirements, that's good. What else are we gonna have? I guess I could commit already with the requirements. Commit or message. Hold on. I love how Edu does these really like clean and descriptive things, always mentioning fix or feature, and I'm just there breaking it all. Thinking of conducting a finals tournament. Are you interested? No, my finals days are long behind me. I used to be. Oh, what the days! What days they were! But no more. Okay. Now what? Now we want to work. Now we can work on the home HTML. So, what do we want here? I removed all, I guess. I did just commit, so it's fine. Which means this entire section I genuinely think I need to remove. What is a main tag? What? I have never seen a main tag. Well, Caper used it, so it must be great. Just a small click the link, your website, Ryan Gosling, Wikipedia. That is honestly pretty funny, Ron. You know what? My gut instinct was to see a comment written by you and be inherently skeptical, but honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Alright. We're gonna keep that. And then here's what we can do here. We can first start with a div, always a good idea to start with. Referral would be noon for me unless that's like crazy late for you. Let me check. I imagine hold on. You are like 7 hours behind me? Wait, what were we doing? I just realized we have access to wonderful modern technology. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the library server. I'm gonna ping you there, Silver. Alright, you're Satanic Panic, I always forget. And I'm gonna ping you with this. And you can use it to make a timestamp. Hi there, you do. Hi, welcome. I imagine for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reduce, reuse, recycle this, because this is still one of, up to this day, one of the greatest, like most satisfying, just taking the brain in just the right way design of the website. So I think this should be fine. Except it will need some changes, but it's fine. Alright, in order to get there, we first go for the article list v2. There's so many. I think it's article list v2, if I remember correctly. Article body container, which I'm guessing stems from what style shit? Article list CSS, that makes sense. Poisson, hi! Hi and welcome! Just reminded me that I was actually supposed to check something. Check Discord. So that would be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. That absolutely works, Silver. That's 6 p.m. my time, so no conventions. I still follow no conventions when working on things myself. It's just that right now I work with other people, so I don't want to make their lives that much more annoying for no reason whatsoever. What's going on? Where are you? Is it you? Yes! That worked. Okay. Okay, great. Great. I just had to check something. It worked, so that's fine. Now, that's no longer important, so let's focus on the CSS. Where is the CSS? I recognize the library, for instance, by difficulty. No, I'm trying to add certain things to the website that the website is missing. There is a really long list of things that need to get done on the website, and I'm trying to make the list slightly shorter. Mainly with two things, one of which will hopefully help. Okay, so first of all, we have article container. That's the first one. We're going to make our very own CSS. I'm honestly tempted to create like main CSS or home CSS. Article container. This is what we have. Beautiful. Okay, not so beautiful because yeah, that's CSS, alright. Okay. I'm gonna change it to be hider figure. Let's call it division is not verbose enough. Link container, honestly. That might work. Section. Sure. Oh, section might already clash with some prior ones. Oh, every name has been taken! Home dashboard, hashboard. How do you do? That's how you do. Alright, that's how you do comments. Good. Home dashboard. There we go. It's the hashboard container. Okay. Great. So now we take the hashboard container. Well, first of all, we need to include the U in the home. Style sheet, and this wanted to be home CSS if I'm not mistaken. And then what we can do is we can right here do style. This is gonna be temporary. We're gonna change it in a second. Flex display flex, and then let's do flex direction row. Okay, great. Now you are a div. Beautiful. So hashboard container. How do you have 87,000 subscribers, 90,000 views? What are the other 85,000 people doing? A couple of my videos just got really popular. They blew up. That's the reason. Nothing is shown, which honestly could make sense. That could make sense. Because to be frankly honest, I'm not certain what the div would look like without... No, okay, without nothing, div should still be visible. Okay, great. So that means I'm missing some things. Ah, right. We need to basically take all of this. And this is all inside body flex, which should be fine, I think, if I understand what it means. Dear goodness gracious me. I should just copy the... I should just duplicate the file. I can't use the same one because we're gonna need to modify it. But genuinely, article container. And then change occurrences to hashboard container. How about now? Well, that's a pretty big bloody pickle. Okay, now let's try to mimic this temporarily. Where does the div close? Looks like here. Alright, great. We're only gonna add in one, and now we need to remove all of the ginger stuff. Let's do one. If we can remove the fields, we don't need them. Test. Description. Something. Date, not important. Author, not important. Tag for metags, not important. Footer, that could be actually important, so let's still keep it. Footer of the section, and then image for it. Yes, in fact, I would like that. Image. Okay, what reviews? Wow, cheers for the advice. We need some kind of image. URL for... No, we need URL for inside of this and the static one. Beautiful, exactly what I mean. Capi-san. You know what? I can't think of a better one. What is it? I mean, kind of. That's progress. That is, in fact, progress. May I ask why? What am I missing? Oh, it's because it has to be in body flex. Right, that does make sense. Oh, why is the div so misaligned? There we go. So let's just do class body flex. Okay, we're missing more things. Great! Why are you like this? Do you need to be inside an article link? I am so confused for why one of them is proper looking. Oh my goodness, I know why. I'm such an idiot. Hashboard. Why didn't you all tell me? How do I think with like requesting to join the live voice chat or whatever? Oh, we're just gonna go on a voice chat on Discord somewhere. I can just make a new one as well. So don't worry there. That is easy. That is the easy part. Only 2 times a month. Yeah. Perfection takes time. Okay. So now we have that. Here's what we can do. We can try to define the variable. I know I've done it before. I don't remember how though. Where have I done it as well? I've done it when I was trying to... Oh, I know where I've done it. I've done it in the make WTF slash library slash list subfields. List all subfields. Subfields list. God damn it! It's one of them. Is it not list subfields? What? List subfields? Not anymore? Alright, great. Well, irrelevant. The point is list subfields should have the answer we're looking for. Temp color, right? How do we assign temp color? That's how we assign temp color. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Because then what we want is right here. Class hashboard container, then style temp color, and we give it some kind of color. So for example, red for now. That should work. And then this should just work. So we do, well, obviously there's feature removal. I mean, no, it's not a big deal. It's like, it doesn't, I had to type in the link from memory because it's not accessible in any normal way on the website. It's fine. The only reason why I wanted to go there is because I made like CSS for it, which, well, this exact CSS, which I need now. Because I'm pretty certain this should work, at least I hope. If we do temp color A, B, and C, A, B, C, and let's do red, then let's do, I don't know, some kind of mix of blue, and let's do some kind of purple, pink. Beautiful. Now, I don't have high hopes of it working, I will not lie. Wow, it did work. Okay, that's great news. To be fair, that was the easy part. The more difficult part will be, I think, you. Also, it looks as if it was repeated twice. I don't know if that's correct. That's honestly really impressive that it worked. And then instead of U being var accent, we'd rather you be color A. Or color B actually, the middle one I think would be nicer. Or color D, and then we just do a certain one hover. The whole point here is that this would allow us to define each section, well basically copy paste each section whilst giving them still unique colors. So like this, for example. Yeah. Now it's time to change this up. So we need to change the structure of it because it's gonna look a lot different. So the way it's gonna look is in fact body flex column. No, we're gonna be row. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so the answer is no. You margin author? Kind of, in a way. I don't remember how much margin auto works on flex containers. Or was it padding auto? Man, I hate CSS. Alright, it doesn't matter. The point is, what we want to do is we want to copy this, paste it in here, paste it in here. Have 3 of them effectively. Exactly, they're going down. That's not what we want. We don't want them to go down, and the easiest way, well, first of all, this is in fact wrong because this should be removed. Now they're still going down. That I don't understand. I thought I specifically pick flex direction row, unless it's because you flex wrap. Which honestly would check out, I think. It might not. I might be doing this wrong. Okay. Right. Let's try to fix this. Well, not fix, only change it to what we want it to be. That's for the bar. Gotcha. What specifies the U, I imagine? Yeah, you look like it specify that. Yes. This is more like it. Alignment wise. We're gonna have a 30, or is that too big? No, it's not. I have just decided. 30 is not too big. It should be fine. Then what we want I'm having a stroke. Then what we want to do is we want to align them all so that they're centered. I could have sworn there was margin auto. Was it padding auto? You cannot. Alright, margin. Messes everything up because it overrides them. We don't want it to be overwritten. Does it do it top to bottom, or does it... I imagine no. Egg on my face. Yeah, these get overwritten once margin auto generally stays, which is good. The only problem is it doesn't do what I need it to do. It would make sense if this margin auto would have to be on the elements. That would make sense. Because if we pick those elements, we can see that... No, there's just a gap between them. It could also be defined by the gap, now that I think about it. This is one thing, which means right here, margin auto, but we're doing it on the wrong item. Yes, we need it to be on this item. Okay, great. The answer is no. All right. Cheers. Wait, where's the margin? I see. Well, that's interesting. There you go. Found you. Great. This is what real development looks like. That's so horrendous. Okay. Now, the image will be the most crucial one to change, because I think... Oh, that's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be genuinely tricky to do. Because I feel like a good idea would be to have the image as a background, which also slowly fades out as it goes to the right. Obviously someone already had... Well, this is an animation, so that's not quite what I'm looking for, is it? CSS background image with gradients. Yeah, that looks like what I want to achieve. The only problem is that... There we go. So I imagine we want to remove the image. Why did you add water to your yogurt? In general? This works, to be honest. Oh, can I do it as the variable? Oh, no, I will also need it as a variable. Well, whatever happens. For now, we can remove the article image from this. This won't be necessary. Okay, we need to obviously remove it from all of them. We can also define it as a ginger macro, which would save the copy pasting, but well, not in a second. And then hashboard container. There you are. Let's see. Kinda, kind of, in a way. It was too thick. I don't agree with your solution to the problem. I'm just gonna copy this, paste it in, see how it goes. I refreshed the wrong side. Okay, that's progress, I guess. I don't remember how large that is. Okay, well. CSS resize background image to fit. Contain. That sounds like exactly what I'm interested in. I want it to be. It is contained! Wow! That's progress. In a way. Now. Oh, this is tricky. That's because the gradient we wanted to follow is actually white to black ideally. But then we want the combination of them to be multiplicative. So is there a way to set blending based on the gradient? Yeah, of course, that ain't gonna work. And it's gonna break with dark mode or white mode, one of them. So that's coming up, well, premature and not direct happy birthday to her. I mean, the most obvious one is to just directly use alpha as a gradient. The problem there is that that means we need to set the gradient to be the color of the background, which is a very inelegant solution. We'd much rather set alpha to gradient. Sorry, what now? Oh. Oh? Yeah, this is the exact thing I've been talking about. So you just set it to the color of the background. Which, I mean, I guess would work. I guess. Since we know what variable we're setting the background to, we can just do it. So we can just go back to U and just do this one to be a 1, this one to be a 0. And then right here, instead of this, actually, we'd have var neutral background. I don't know which one is used here. In a way, 60%. No. Okay. How did the gradients work again? You do color and then percentage. Not percentage and then color. Yeah, so this at 10%. Okay, this at 30%. Exactly. So let's do right, not bottom right, and let's do 40 to 60. Yeah, way too drastic. So let's do 20 to 60. That kind of vibe? I don't know. Maybe. Now, obviously, everything will need to be aligned to right instead of being aligned to left, and the images would have to be picked, and also the height of it would have to be changed. Because so far it looks horrendous. Okay, even worse. Great.
Hello.
Hi, Joel. Hi, welcome. How are things going for you?
I think I'm in a good mood
Oh, that's really
because
nice.
I'm in a good mood because I just sent the everything I wanted to talk about in the render thingy.
First of all, I love the fact that on the very beginning you said shrimp.
Yeah.
I haven't looked through it
Yeah.
yet because I've been doing boring stuff. But I can look through
Oh
it.
yeah. I just sent it right before coming into the call. And also something funny happened today.
What happened?
There was a fly in my room, and it was annoying me. So I was trying to hunt it a little bit. What I only realized afterwards was that I started taking out fencing moves that I learned years ago while trying to hunt it. So I'd say I'm in a pretty really good mood.
I'm really happy to hear that. Looking also at the list of things, I absolutely adore it. It's great. You really are going. This is so proper. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, wow. Absolutely, absolutely incredible. I'm so glad to honestly have had the conversation and ask you about the project because with each day I'm just filled with more and more confidence.
Yay! Thank you. I will have to admit, at first I was a little scared of this project, but now I think it's fine.
And I'm glad because that's the most important thing. The most important thing is that it's supposed to be something new, but it's supposed to be new in a way to that sets you up for being comfortable with these kinds of things in the future.
Mhm.
I'm a bit scattering because I'm doing really boring things that need to be done, and so
Yeah. Oh, also, it's tomorrow that Silver will present their paper.
yes. Oh, speaking of, would you like to present? I don't know if we had this conversation. Would you like to present yours next week?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
totally interested in that.
that's good. That's really good. Because I do want to start as a weekly kind of thing of presentations.
Mhm. Also, yeah, about the render thingy, I think I got a little bit motivated, so it's going to be able to draw a bit more than just lines and text.
I'll be honest, that is what I was hoping for, yes. I just wanted to set up something as basic as possible. I want to give you as much freedom with the direction for this to go, simply because,
Mm,
well, you will know better where it should go than me. You will be the
okay.
you are already the expert on this, so in comparison to where I am, so I'm glad you've
Okay.
already found the direction. Genuinely makes me really happy. I love seeing this kind of inventor spirit.
Oh, wait, Oh no. No! Tomorrow I'll be on the train to get back home. Oh, oh no. Oh, and we don't know yet when Silver will present the paper. Hmm.
Well, yes, Silver sent the in the library. Silver sent the
Oh yeah,
time
18.
tag. Yep.
18 o'clock. I didn't see that. Phew! Oh, everything's fine. I really want to see the presentation.
I'm curious myself. I don't know how much I'm going to entirely enjoy it, simply because I've already done. I imagine it's going to be very similar to what I did with Remco and Flame, and with Flame especially. It's so weird being a host to someone who knows just more than you about the topic, and like orders of
Oh,
magnitude, because they explain something and then you just sit there like an idiot having no idea what's going on.
yeah. I never thought about that.
It's been 1 year to make another charity project. It actually hasn't. All right, beautiful. It works. This is the description, which means the description has to. Oh, this design doesn't quite work. It looks a bit ass, doesn't it? I don't want to be the one to say, but it does look. All right, let's try being a bit more practical. That is, let's give a title and see how well it works. So let's go for. Well, yeah, what wings will we have? Well, we have the. We're gonna have about, which will be important. We're going to have the science, which is important, and the library. Those will be the main three ones. We also need to remove the article number. That's not needed. Okay. Data of the library, like Remco's paper. I have thought about it. Genuinely, the only thing kind of standing in the way for me to implement that is that it would take such an enormous amount of legal troubles to get that to happen. It would take a really pretty big budget on getting consultations with the lawyers, and then a pretty big budget to actually implement the system in order for that to happen. Article rules, yes it does. Okay. I think the text of the description might be also too large, and I also think it might completely break for mobile devices. Let's find out. I hate CSS. I hate web design. Not completely, only kind of. It's fine.
Well, I do, and completely. I don't like web design.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Mood, yeah. The problem, that's the issue though, because it's such a big part of it. It's such a big part of it. About the paper? PayPal we will exclusively not use on the website. Honestly, I think PayPal might be the only payment processor we will not use anywhere.
Why? I don't really know
Elon Musk?
what it is. Elon Musk? It's something from Elon
Yeah,
Musk?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As well as a couple other people. Peter Thiel as well. You know, Electric Creators website, can we get a reverse of that? Oh. Yep, that's going into best comments. Oh, that is... Oh, that might be, honestly... Oh, wow. That might be an even better of a quote than what you have on the website, Ido. Honestly, that's such a good quote. Okay, that's great. Right, what was I doing? Yes, text. I think this is how you said it. Hi, the panda. Hi, welcome. Set texts to this. And then first of all, we're gonna have also titles. As pass by, yeah, welcome. We're gonna have science. You know, I just don't like the look of this. Maybe the about would be a better look for... Well, okay, I can't look at that about. Maybe this would be a better look at, like, what we do. I thought I would like it, but I don't... I think it should be a mix of both. So I would like this to be the design for the layout on the main page, I think. But then it's still having the border. May I ask which nationality is your friend? I'm assuming you're asking Joel. I don't know if I'm at liberty to say. Not my secret to tell.
I am considering whether I will tell or not. Actually, it depends on the price.
I like the way you think. That's smart.
Nah, but it's not particularly a secret. Belgium.
Oh, don't tell Remco, by the way. Yeah, no, don't. That's gonna be...
Yeah.
I hope he isn't here right now. That's... Yeah, I feel like the promo says they are from country Europe. Exactly. So am I, in fact. I do think that this layout is cleaner, much nicer. I just gasped myself so hard. I had this kind of look on this stream, and I thought that Quasar joined the voice call. Okay, it's fine. Right, the thank list. I have just wasted a fair bit of time just to decide that I don't like how it looks, but such is life. Where is the thunk list? I imagine it's in the style CSS. But what is it exactly? Crew member description, opinion quote. Wait, are they defined? They are all defined there. That's... Oh yeah, because that's so simple. That makes sense. First of all, okay, there we go. Yeah, Panda, two things. First of all, wrong pronoun. Second of all, French. It's not quite as bad, it's just Belgium. Could be worse. Okay. Where's the fist? There it is.
Maybe to Remco, maybe instead of saying I'm from Belgium, I'll say I am from previously the Netherlands.
Yeah, you could just always say I'm ex-Dutch. Okay. Let's try this. We just do this, directly imported from that fist, and then container center crew. We copy this. Other than the section, actually. The section doesn't have to be there. Because section is already here. Section. Wow. That makes sense. Okay, we get nothing, which makes sense. It doesn't make sense, I take it back. What? Oh, yeah, no, it does make sense that we get nothing. Thank is empty. Which means that what we do now is we do title, then text, like so. And at that point, I don't think we'll do it exactly as a macro. By the way, make it, what games have you played? Auction not included in Factorio are some of my favorite ones. But I also used to be really good at the finals. In that game, in the second season, I have reached the highest rank obtainable. And also, in the same season onwards, I have decided to play with the worst weapon in the game, and have become, honestly, I don't mean to sound too humble, because my aim was absolutely horrendous, but I started playing with the knife, which was considered to be the worst weapon in the entire game. No one played with it. And by like season 4 or 5, I used to very easily reach diamond ranks, just the highest, using the knife.
Have you played any of the Zachtronics games?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me see. No, I have not, but I know that Black Thunder played Opus Magnum.
Okay.
Alright. We remove this. And then for now we just do this and see how it goes. It breaks. Loop is undefined. Oh, loop side by the curious. We don't do this for now. Okay, great. Now the question would be, why are you aligned the way you are aligned?
I'll be moving around in my room, so I'll be talking with messages.
Alright.
From now on.
I'll open up the chat. This is what we want it to look like, I think. Also, does this work on mobile? I imagine yes. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. Everyone is a bit squished, but that happens. I look back on it. The try doing /3 cracks me up so much. It cracks me up so much. This is just... Because whenever I see that quote, this is what pops into my head. And what pains me is that I cannot explain how funny it was. This is the image. Every quote here has a story, and this is the image behind this one. It was when we were trying to fix the LaTeX on articles. Intel has just made the new article system, and there were issues with LaTeX. Oh, let me grab my cup of coffee. But the problem is that the 3 wasn't rendering properly, so Intel suggested try doing /3 to have LaTeX recognize it. It just kills me every single time. Right. So this is what we want. It could be because the images aren't proper. So let's try adding images. Right here we're gonna do image. And then we need to pass in some kind of link. So let's do static image. And then what is there that's nice in the static? Obviously all matter. Question is which one? Never mind. Not all matter. All matter is missing. And for now let's copy that all of them is the same one. simply because it's easier for testing purposes. And then if it renders properly, we can try to replace them with different ones. It does not render properly, which is an issue. It renders as a row when it should be rendering as a column. That's what I wanted to render as. Oh, that could be why. I see. I may be an idiot. I am. Beautiful. Okay. This looks a lot better, and I like this a lot more. You know, everyone, I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'm back. Not much more of an idea. I guess we'll need to just slowly combine the two of them together. That's honestly my idea. Now, in the first, there is this one, which I do kind of like. So in the class crew member, there's also this, which we're going to add cycle. And the way we're gonna add it is right here as we're doing the segments. One more input. Actually, just one input. And that's because for I in range. I can just do Python, right? I think so. And for I'm pretty certain I should be able to. I vaguely remember that being a thing. Would you look at that? I'm so good at this. And then what we can do is we can just take the titles, texts, images as well, and have it be good question. Science. Well, I believe that actually the first one should be library. And the reason why the first one should be library is because the library is the one that has the most, it's the most working one. Library is basically self-sufficient. It has things that could be done better, it has things that could be done cleaner, but it works. So I think that should be first. Second of all, there should be science in general. Or education, to be more exact. Which will link to the Make It community channel where we will have the streams and videos. What next? Oh, sorry, I just got distracted again. For now, let's keep it just to these two. Actually, that would be nice. Text. A system for verification and graphic resources for many more people to browse. Not only for... do I always misspell allows with an E? Only for many more people to upload resources, but also to have them be verified via peer review. Record section in the above page. His link is broken. Is it broken? What? Does he have a link? Oh, it is broken. Right, I forgot. I can just change it to, honestly, a link. I can also change it so they would link to the website itself. The only problem is that I don't remember how to edit this. Whoops! I thought it was a joke. I mean, yeah, it was meant to be a joke. The joke of Remco's link was that it links to the page itself. Is that we remade the site? Oh, how do you edit things? Thanks. Edit ID. Well, that's not great. Well, that's not great. Oh, all of them. Huh. That's a problem. Edit 1 should link me to... Is it because it's not linked? That could be. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna fix that later then. Okay. For now, let's keep it this way. Then we're gonna have education. Different fields of science. Videos and even more coming soon. And then my brain is so slow, I'm missing a word. I keeps slipping out of my mind. Sure, synonym will work, it's fine. Okay, great. These will be the three things. And right now what we're just doing is that we see how this would look. Images won't exist now, so... Right, never mind, they will exist because I haven't changed this. So first of all, let me set all of their images to be the same again. And in order for this to work, we're gonna have titles I, we're gonna have texts I, and we're gonna have images. I knew it. Images I. Let's see. Yes, good. Library, we're gonna keep as the hello goober. Because, well, it's the library. Library without goobers would be like a make it community without making it happen. Okay. Okay, crew PNG most definitely has to go as the, if you'd like to help. And honestly, I feel like for the science, I should just do Remco. Don't take that out of context, by the way. I heard what I said. I prefer not to mix business and pleasure. All right, let's do static image and where's Remco? That's a good question. Where is Remco? I can just add in Remco, I suppose. Okay, there are plenty of times where I say things which are intended to be funny when taken out of context, but I cannot recall the last time I've said something like that on accident. For the science, I'm just gonna do Remco. That's pretty funny. But where is the thing I'm looking for, which is my file system is a mess, but fortunately I am unbelievably consistent as a person, which is why I can just find what I'm looking for very, very easily. There you go. Cat Remco active. Yeah, I want to add it in. And we're gonna have cat Remco active .png, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Capital C and then PNG and then save and then we refresh. That sucks because that is on the wrong side. So we would like to reorder them a bit. Easiest way to do that is just to swap these two. Okay, I like this. I like this so far. I like the direction it's taking. Now we'll need to change it because all of these would like to function as links to different things. We do need to find more people who are better at design, I'll be honest, because that's just... My mind is going way too blank way too often. Okay, let's fix this then. Home CSS. We would like to place it all. We need to trim it down. This is 360 lines. We don't need most of them. This appears to be mainly footer. We don't care. Image, we don't care. All of these, we do not care. Oh! We may care for some of them. We don't care for this one. 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 Yeah, we don't actually care for all of them. We may care for this one. Okay, great. This one we don't mind keeping. As long as the title lines, which I'm pretty certain title should be you. I worry that this might change the way it looks a bit severely. Especially if it disappears. Alright, H1. Perchance that shan't be removed. Okay, or perchance I can go piss off, because apparently it's gone now. Great! ID title. There's no title tag, there's ID title. Beautiful. All of the sudden, I don't know if the font works, but oh well, happens. For the science, I'm gonna do Remco. It's stuck in my head. We don't care about the footer. That's not important. Actually, wait, that's article title. Yeah, we don't care about that. We do like it transitioning on hover. I'm generally pro transitions. Then this one is for what? Tag hover animation. We will not exactly have any tags, so. Okay, chemistry book from 95. How are you liking it? We can individual tag. We don't care about that. Ah, I'm so glad interlabeled all of them. Oh, beautiful. Inter, you handsome son of a bitch. Article number, we don't need either. Metadata container, we don't need that either. Header container, we don't need. We will need this most certainly. Remove the background image. Remove this as well. I think these, yeah. I had transition. Yeah, I just said that I'm pro transition. You know, I need to. It reminds me of my old screensaver for the live streams. Hold on, where is it? Is it this? Yeah, there we go. You know how it is, just a screensaver for when the stream will resume shortly. Okay. We don't care about this either. And just like that, we have already cut down 2/3 of our massive file, which is good. Is accent the one that's supposed to be on hover glow? Not certain. But okay, great. Now that we have done this so far. We don't want to change the font family, actually. We don't need this either. And I think we want to remove body flex from all of them as such, because none of them will be in body flex. Now adding in the hashboard container to them all might prove slightly tricky, because if I just add it in, I am almost entirely confident it's going to break everything. The HR, I don't think we're not going to need it. Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's not as bad as I expected. Wow, that's actually a lot better than I expected. Especially since what I can do is I can just do like 70 here. Auto. That's a lot better than I expected, yes. Now all we need to do is fix the positioning of it so it's actually centered, because right now it's very not. Only in the beginning of the book. Do be careful, because it could just straight up have false information. And that's the thing we tend to forget, that science does progress. And you know, it's easy when you're reading some kind of ancient book about alchemy, but the same principle still applies to books that have been written almost 30, well, not almost, 30 years ago. Right, time progresses. I do like this a lot. One issue, it's not centered. I'm pretty certain it's because they're not in the flex. Yeah, you can see that it's not exactly aligned with the center crew container. So I think each one of them needs to be inside of their own. Oh, deception. Alright. So right here, like, style equals flex, display flex, and then margin auto. Like this. Now it is center. Great. Okay, and then what we would like to do is you to also have a gap of 1 Remco. We want to... That doesn't work. Obviously it doesn't work. Make it, you goddamn idiots. It should be padding bottom 1 Remco. That's something. How about 3 Remcos? I like this. Okay, am I crazy, or is it actually clean and elegant? Because the nicest part of this all right now is that we have set it up in a way so that we also have the colors, which means then what we can do is we can do colors. Where do we need to set the colors? I think it doesn't matter. I think even if we set the colors right here should be fine. Calls I, and then we set the colors. And the way we set the colors is, if I recall correctly, for now we'll try to set them all the same color just to test if it works. Temp color A red. In fact, all of them can be red. C, D, C, D. Oh, we don't need most of them because there is no... Right, we don't need most of them. We'll need A. We don't even need A. We need the accent. That's correct. Great. Now the question is, many questions, I guess. Temp color D, which we're instead gonna change to border color. We need to type them differently because I don't want it to clash. Like this, and then we can do green, for example, and that should in fact work. It does. And then all we would like to do is we'd like to establish a color palette for all of them. Even it would be even nicer, honestly, if on hover we got something more fancy, like this, for example. And then we take this for the U. I hope this can work. That changes the background position. That's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. And it's not even going to display properly. Last 30 years. That is not true. There has been one, like a very well-known principle for how, like a very basic principle that has been taught in schools for ages, in organic chemistry. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was something with, like, the. I don't remember what it was exactly. I remember Flame told me once about it. Something with carbon chains, something with how you'd expect certain carbon chains to behave. That has been literally taught in high schools, and only a couple of years ago has been proven wrong. It doesn't only happen on the edges. Oh, you know, that actually is a. First of all, why isn't this working? This should just straight up work on its own. Why does he challenge other people? That's honestly really good advice. Yes, I support that advice. Should it have any? Yeah, it most definitely. What should it? What happens if I do? It should, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Border image. Oh! 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 What's the border image slash 1? No idea what it does, but hey. No, everything is broken. Okay, great. That's good. Good stuff. Border color transparent. Okay, good for them. Still broken. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh wait, do I need to add it? Huh? Why the 1 in there? How much is for this? What does that do? Still broken. Great. Okay, so I'm losing my mind so hard. You mean to tell me that people actually use this language? Okay. So shimmer is used here, which we don't need anymore. We may need this, we're not going to need it. Here's how they do it. The way they do it is they create a pseudo element, as they call it, which looks like as follows. Then they go do example 1, overflow hidden. Okay, that makes sense. So you just do a massive object, but then you cut it right where it needs to be cut. Okay. And so I'm guessing that in order for it to work... Wait, why would it apply only the border? Oh, so this before has to go for the hashboard container. So we replace... There we go. This is the same... Okay. Oh, that makes... Oh, damn, that makes sense. Ah, yuck, disgusting. No, it shouldn't. That is such an... I hate CSS. It's horrendous. I'm guessing that overflow hidden is already here somewhere, actually. Yeah, we should look at that. It is. Why would it automatically... Yuck! I don't trust software. Yeah, exactly why I don't trust software! Look at this! So it can't be the hashboard container. Wait, what? Okay, I get the principal idea. Doesn't mean I don't hate it. Because it doesn't work. And I don't understand... This is like, obviously the idea is to overlay it only on the border and then cut, you know, cut the excess or instance, but this is horrid. Hi there, Adrian. Hi, welcome. Did I do this before correctly? It is before. So should get created before everything else. Correct? May not be. I don't understand this. So you create a pseudo object. Okay, that much I get. You create a pseudo object. However, how do you let the pseudo object know that you want it to be, first of all, oh, it's because the z index is 0. Wait a minute, should it be, oh, that would be mental. Div class equals I hate CSS, like this. There we go. And then instead of this, we're gonna have I hate CSS. Like that. And then we're going to have I hate CSS overflow hidden. Now, can this be created behind? It can. That is progress, believe it or not. That's good. I mean, it messed up a whole lot of other things, but it is progress. This overflow, I'm guessing, is what. Never mind, it's not. What? Why? Why are you? I hate this so much. Overflow. Can I change the overflow to something that doesn't actually... It's not overflow's fault though, is it? Yeah, it's just gone. Cool. No, that's... Whatever. I didn't even want it there. I don't care. First of all, how do we make this pseudo object larger? Because it's a bit small. That's how. Alright, gotcha. 2000. Kind of, but now it's rotating in the wrong place. Ah, yeah, puta madre. Alright. How do we place it in the middle? It's like bottom and then, I don't know, 3 Remcos. Something, alright, 50%. 50% bottom, that's, no, 0% bottom? What am I doing? I don't understand. Left 10%? Where are you? Is that gonna put you? Way off, by the way, considering how... Oh, I hate this so much. How do you position an absolutely positioned object? Because all of these are way too low. Do I just do it by changing this to 1000 and just crossing fingers? Like, now their position is correct, their scale just isn't, and their scale appears to also change the position. I don't... And also, I don't know how to clip the edges. I don't... I hate CSS. How do you position these objects? You. Oh yeah, no, obviously that one we're going to... top 100%. If I do this, you're gonna get pushed lower down. That's number 1. So let's do a 0. Okay. Right, 0% as well. Well, at least... No, wait, because that one should be at the... Wait, all of these have the same position. That's so incorrect. I'm going to lose my mind. This is so horrid. Why is that your position? That is so not the position I need. What I'm trying to do? I'm trying to make a border that glows effectively. That's it. Align item center. Maybe that's what I need. Right here. Align items center. No, that would be too easy. Justify content center? No, that would also be too easy. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Apparently, if the parent has position relative and child position absolute. Yeah, okay, so this one should have. Of course, I'm only fixing one problem, then there's gonna be another problem to fix, but hey, let's take it as one problem at a time. This one should have position relative. And supposedly, now if I do top, I don't know, 50%? There's nothing. Great! Does absolutely nothing. You know, fine. I'm gonna leave it for now. We won't have any fancy looking borders because I don't know how to implement them. So instead, let's just revert it. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And then all we're going to do is just define the accents. So we're going to have accents. That's a good question. What kind of accent would you like for this? there. That looks fine, I think. What do you think? Now the only issue is that the hover glow actually needs to be a related color, I guess. And that's fine. That can be easily done. This already looks pretty good, actually. That's fine. The blue one is fine, these two are bad. We want them to be actually maybe a bit more saturated. No. I have this plugin which specifically should be for color picking. I don't know why it's not activating at the top. It's not recognizing it properly. Worst grade was French. Good for you. I mean, I think this is fine, right? I would say it looks pretty decent. So now one last thing we want is links. And the first one is the easiest because that's just URL for well, we actually don't want it to be static. I just realized. There we go. So what we want specifically is URL for library and then where are you? Your resource list. That and so on. Then education is going to be a bit more tricky because education is going to be linked to the YouTube account. And then this one is just gonna be, for now, URL for about. At least I think it's about. Let's see. Is it not about, or is it about? No wait, it's main dot about. Okay, and now what we do is we go to the macro, add in link, put the entire thing as in link with to link and then right here links I it instantly broke everything. Oh, why have we got to be like this? The reason why it's broken is because there's no longer lines, which I suppose we can just do by moving it inside the hashboard container. That does fix it, but it means that if someone clicks on the border, then it won't take them anywhere. Am I okay with that? I'm honestly not certain. That's so upsetting that they... Buy small personal tomatoes. Know that feeling. Okay, great. I will be right back. It took me 2 hours, I just realized, to finish the first thing. That was 2 hours. And that genuinely was just the first thing, because then that wasn't even the one that was supposed to be most time consuming. The second one was supposed to be the most time consuming. I think that might be it for this live stream. This is really taking ages. Alright, I'm gonna go then. I'm going to go and probably eat something real quick and then get back to work on the website. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.